Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, fellas. How are you? Today, in individual talks and semester exam, introduce myself. My name is Rizky Ardianto Trastiawan from class 4D to English Education Department. The lecture by Yuna Tresna Wahyuna SS M.Hum. The next material. Next material for one, the material is table of contents. Number one is definition of synthesizing. Number two, the difference between paraphrasing, synthesizing, and summarizing. Number three, how to synthesize. Number four, the example of synthesis. This number one is definition of synthesizing. What is synthesizing? Synthesizing is the search for important idea from a pledge of writing and retelling it. This is synthesizing is combining information that we already know with bar information with different version by exchange for making the mindset of ourselves. This number 8 is looking for important things of information such as terms, basic idea, etc. B, looking for something that has something to do with the topic to be synthesizing. Number C, writing conclusion. The next material is to the point the difference between paraphrasing, synthesizing, and summarizing. What is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing is activity to maintain the original idea of the reading search but allows you to change the sentence with your own understanding. The next material for summarizing. What is summarizing? Is the process of drawing conclusion of summarize of a reading to take only the points. The next material. What is the synthesizing? Synthesizing the activity to combine several thoughts into one usually shorter page of writing. Or in other sense, synthesizing is bringing together information in a new way and helping to interpret it to the reader. The next, and this number point 3 is how to synthesize. Step in number 1 for step 1, organize your search. This after collecting the relevant lecture, you'll have a lot of information to work through and no clear idea of how it all fits together. This number two step and two, this outline or structure. Now you shall have a clear overview of the main connection and difference between the search you have read. The next material, no, step 3, yeah. Write paragraph with topic sentence. What set a sentence apart from summary is that combination of various search. Step 4, revise, edit, and proofread. Like any other pitch of academic writing, synthesizing literature doesn't happen all it ago. It involves editing, revising, editing, and proofreading your work. The next material is checklist for synthesizing. Today, insert this paragraph with a clear, focus, use, topic sentence. Do this. Though I discuss Ardian search of the paragraph, Do I mention only the most relevant finding rather than describing every part of the study? Do as discussion similar of difference between the search reader and summarizing each southeastern? Do a path finding or argument of the search in my own words in the paragraph organizing or a single idea? Is the paragraph directly to my research question or topic? Is there a logical translation from the paragraph the one? The next, the material is the example of synthesizing. This author, year title, journal name, volume, and page. The batch 2001 set listening comprehension is process of very complex process, and if we come to measure it, we must first understand how the process works. Part 1, 2001, 82.98 is focus. The listening is one of our important English skills in high-level education in which students are obligated to learn. These skills is divided into three grading subjects in Ardianto character. They are listening one, literary inferential listening two, inferential listening, and listening three, academic listening. There's result. What result is listening is often considered a difficult subject and every complex process. And if we come to measure it, we must first understand how the process work. Students often find difficult during listening learning process. From the finding, it can be known the lecturer provide a strategy to help students in earning better stored information. Taking be good choice in helps students comprehend and recall information. It has many positive roles such as number one, this helps students to get clear main idea. Two, different various idea. Three, incomplete idea. Four, make effective recall and review. And five, the last, the structure allows for the easy addition of the information without scratching out or sequencing it. The next, is number two, founder Givry, 1997. The research tries to connect improve the students' listening skill by not taking strategy and doing the listening activity of the 12th grade it SMKPGRI to Nganjuk 14 1997 47.559. Listening in one of the most difficult types of language. Listening is a active process of selection and interpreting, but in information from the auditory and visual clue, listener remember the beginning of the sentence while proceeding to the end. The difficult from student memories, well, when they do listening was activity. Is it the focus? This is the result, the object the research. Is 9, 11, accounting 1, which has 51 students in planning stage. The teacher explained the student problem, especially in listening during teaching learning and process. The researcher was helped by collaborator who collect the notes from teaching learning process. The data lesson plan, the teaching listening was meant to gain a better result. The Data collection technique will be conducted by documented test observation, and character interview. The procedure of the research are: one, identification problem; two, preparation; three, arranging the action plan; four, implementing of action; five, observing; and the last, making report the research corner of to select the R research connect into cycle that are planning, acting, observing, and reflecting based twice meeting. The next, number three, Jack 2030 to 12 where is an increasing recognition of importance of listening. There are still many problems for teaching listening second language learn in the classroom. For example, many China teachers seem to rely much on textbook and offer the interaction with students. The class is full of teacher and group discourse are around 2030 um 200 579.97 03. Listening activity also required in academic context where the student have to deal with listening comprehension in the class in EFL. EFL. What is EFL? It's English Fragile Language. Class, the student face difficult in communication. These problems are not only because of their ability, but also from the teacher. To overcome this problem, developing such interpreting why to such listening is recommended. But the focus, is result. The goal of listening can be categorized as listening for enjoyment, for information, for participant, for comprehension, and to solve the problem. Also added and listening for comprehension can be divided into three stages. One, listening and making no response following or writing informal teacher or talk. Two, listening and making short assessment obeying instruction, physical movement, building models, posture detection. The three, listening and making language response, preparation and detection, paraphrasing, answering question, answering comprehension, question on text, prediction, filling gaps, summarizing literacy. The next, this is the last, this part, no, this last year. That's the try 2030 to solve these problems. Study on community child care center has been actually conducted among the self-study. The most research topic is on children and American will use community child center 9 2030 205 03 404 05. Since community child center are cooperative money for low-income children who are difficult to receive as require education program related to school subjects such as learning guidance. English program, art, and music are most often implemented after community children center are institution of various study on community child care center have been conducted. This is because the result currently an English program or a major education program of community child care. Their center of basic English class, although there are differences between center though English program usually over 1.2 lesson per week for a total 2 hours. Since the instructor mainly release volunteer, the content and the method of the class are inconsistent. High dependent on the instruction, but thus the objective of the study was to investigate as to study activities of an English program for student participating an English program at Community Child Center in a region of South Korea result. The next reference HTTP journal Reddit and ICID, HTTP journal etc. Nganjuk, HTTP journal Uniku, ICID, HTTP dirty part or Azure. Or the participant might be enough of our me apologize is there in mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.